Here, ooh, watch this. He murdered one person, but God was letting him take abuse from a whole multitude of people. It's something about, when you have the power, if I really want to get you straight, I can get you straight, but I'm not about that anymore. That's what people need to see. They need to see the real, genuine change in our lives. They need to see us being faithful, right? They need to see us, I could take care of you, but I'm not. Why? Because I'm not like that anymore. Right? I want to show you the love of God. God has sent me here for a reason. You know what? I used to run the streets just like you. I was an embezzler just like you. I call myself a little part-time pimp just like you. I was a player just like you. I was a whoremonger just like you. I was a gambler just like you. But God changed me. And you know what? Because he changed me, now I'm obligated to be faithful to him. Now watch this. I'm obligated to be faithful to him even when fear tries to surround me. Remember when they were making their exodus from Egypt, right? They were trapped, right? And the people started complaining and murmuring. Why'd you bring us out here? There wasn't enough graves back in Egypt. And why are we going to die out here? And the water was there. And the mountains on the other side. And the soldiers were in the back. You brought us out here to die. Right? Moses had to deal with that. But he was faithful. God testified in Hebrews. He was faithful. He was faithful. He told them, stand still. See the salvation of the Lord. Can you be faithful in the midst of complaining? Can you be faithful in the midst of a complaining majority? Well, everybody says, I don't care what everybody says. I'm going to be faithful to God. Now, I can't speak for you, but I can speak for me. You have to make that decision yourself. Moses had to make that decision. His own brother and sister, close ones. Sometimes they were not in agreement, but God testified that this murderer was faithful. He was faithful. He was faithful. Then, now you would think, now watch the fickleness of the human mind here. After they get this great deliverance, right? Moses talks to God, and God tells him, you ain't gonna see these folks no more. Moses comes back and tells the people, stand still. See the salvation of the Lord. For these Egyptians, you ain't gonna see them no more. And God allowed them to go through that Red Sea. Then God allowed them to see those bodies of the ones who were pursuing them washed up. So dead, the whole entire army. Then they break out into some singing after they're delivered. Woo! They sing a song, a great song of deliverance. Woo! They sing the song of Moses, right? And Miriam and Moses, they get to sing it. But shortly after, they complained again. We ain't got nothing to drink. You brought us out here. You brought us out here. Now remember, this man has a temper. He's a murderer. Did they forget who they were dealing with? This man has a temper. He don't mind killing folks. Right? Right? And they start complaining and say, we ain't got nothing to drink. You brought us out here to die of thirst. Then God told them what to do. Speak to the rock. Rock gave them water. They were hungry. We ain't got nothing to eat. You brought us out here to starve to death. We could have leeks in it. At least we had leeks and onions. At least we had that. God said, okay, I will send you some manna. Imagine that. A whole nation complaining against you. A whole nation now. Right? Imagine the weight of that. Right? Imagine that on your human psyche. Oh, and watch this. He was not filled with the Holy Ghost. He was not. The Spirit of God was moving upon him, but he didn't have it in him. Now imagine the weight of millions of people complaining and murmuring and planning coups. Let's go back. Okay, well, yeah, getting so. Yeah, well, they're pretty popular. Yeah, okay, yeah, we were here. Let's go back to Egypt. No, imagine all that, right? Where Moses had to cry to God and say, Lord, what are we going to do with these people? What are we going to do? Imagine the quiet place that Moses was in a lot of times, crying, Lord, I don't know what to do with these people. Look what you did. Did they forget the 10 plagues on Egypt? Did they forget how you provided everything for them? Imagine that. Imagine the loneliness of leadership. But he was still faithful. Huh? He stayed faithful.